All this happening tonight as President Trump tours areas hit with devastating disasters. Tonight, he arrived in California, where several wildfires are burning. And earlier today, he visited areas damaged by Helene in North Carolina. And while there, he said he is considering getting rid of FEMA. Major reform of FEMA would take an act of Congress, but as 10 Tampa Bay's Chris Hurst explains now, many think changes are long overdue.
Begin the process of fundamentally reforming and overhauling FEMA, or maybe getting rid of FEMA.
Lots would have to happen for drastic changes on funding for disaster relief.
It turns out to be the state that ends up doing the work. It just complicates it. I think we're going to recommend that FEMA go away.
But the notion that FEMA needs changes has been simmering for decades.
That house right there has had 7 claims in the past 5 years. 7. Why is it still there?
Shore Acres Civic Association President Kevin Batdorf says there's 1,000 homes in the neighborhood that have been flooded 4 or more times. Instead of FEMA-backed flood insurance, he thinks FEMA should give grants to affected homeowners.
They should be automatically given a grant to lift their house or rebuild their house. That will save millions and millions of dollars. Elon Musk, are you listening? You want Doge to save money? That's one way to do it.
He also doesn't mind the idea of shifting responsibility and programs to the state, as long as the money is still there from the feds.
Is it a good idea to shut down FEMA? Jury's still out on that. I don't think it is at this time. However, I think that the states can probably spend the money better than FEMA.
He at least hopes a broader conversation may begin.
I think with the proper improvements to FEMA, this neighborhood and others like it could be fixed easily.
One that finally makes Shore Acres resilient for the future. In St. Petersburg, Chris Hurst, 10 Tampa Bay.
We did ask local, state, and federal elected officials for their take on this, but none wanted to comment on the record, saying there's not enough known to weigh in.